Shalom. I'd like to start off by giving all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and you, the rest of you fellow laborers in this work, in this ministry. This lesson is going to be about being of good cheer, because of all the different things that we go through, I go through, brothers that's in the faith, in this truth, all the tribulation that we go through. Sometimes it becomes overwhelming, and that spirit of sorrow comes upon you, which that's all part of the curses, because the Lord said that we will have sorrow of mind. So that's part of being still under the curses. But through the scriptures, we could find hope and lift up each other's spirits to be of good cheer. So this lesson is going to be about being of good cheer. So the first scripture I'm going to get is John 16:33. These things have I spoken unto you, that ye may have peace. Because right now we live in a world that's full of war, full of destruction. Basically, we live in a negative setting. But Yahushua said, "These things have I spoken unto you, that you might have peace." And that's what we're looking for as being part of this ministry and as a nation of people. We're looking for that peace, because we dwelt in Jerusalem, which means city of peace. So naturally, in our natural state, we're loving, compassionate, peaceful people. But because of all the things that befell us as a people, now we're living in a situation that we can't have peace. But through the scriptures, through the words of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, we're beginning to see that peace is a reality. In the world ye shall have tribulation. Like I mentioned, we do have a lot of tribulations in this world. But the Lord said, be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. So that's the main part of the scripture that you got to put emphasis on, is be of good cheer. We know that we have to go through tribulations. All right, that's a given. But through the tribulations, we have to have the mindset of being of good cheer. So I'm going to look up that word cheer on the online etymology. It says cheer, a noun. The face, especially as expressing emotion. The face, the countenance, look, expression. All right, when we get down here to mid 13th century, as a frame of mind, state of feeling, spirit, mood, humor. So what we're dealing with is a frame of mind and a state of feeling and the spirit, because it's all about the spirit. The spirit is what's power. And I'm going to read a quick scripture, John 6:63. It says, the spirit that quickeneth makes you alive. The flesh profiteth nothing. So we're not here to glory in the flesh, but in the spirit. The words that I speak unto you, they are spirit and they are life. And that's the words of the scriptures. So it's all about the spirit. So the frame of mind, state of feeling, spirit, mood, humor. Sometimes we use humor, but our job together, having understanding the scriptures, is to build each other up in a state of feeling, good about this truth. And when the brother's down, you build them up. Just like when Yahushua said he prayed for Peter, and when he's strengthened, then for him to go strengthen other men also. So it's not about putting each other down, but about building each other up. That's what the word edify means, to be built up. Build up each other's faith and hope. So I'm going to read that one more time. It says, frame of mind, state of feeling, spirit, mood, humor. Because being in a low, depressed state does not benefit the truth. Because brothers could attest, when you're in that negative feeling, it's hard for you to do much of anything. When it's time to do a lesson, you're like, maybe tomorrow. The scripture said, don't put off for tomorrow what you could do today. So when you're in that vile spirit of depression and sorrow, it takes away. So it's better to be of a cheerful spirit, man. Like in the world say, fake it to make it. Even if you're in a depressed spirit, you put on a cheerful attitude around brothers, because that shit could spread. You around brothers all depressed and in that negative vibration, that shit could spread, and that don't benefit us. So like the scripture said, even in laughter, the heart could be sorrowful. So our job is, put on a good spirit, be joyful, even though inside you might be crushed, but you put on that feeling of, look, this is only for a short time. So next scripture is Psalms 5:11. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. So our joy is in Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, because the scripture said he defendeth us by giving us this word. This word is a great defense for the world that we're living in, because without the hedge of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, will we be any different than the same niggas that we curse out for the things that they do, for their mindset? It's through the Spirit of the Lord, the hedge that he's put around us, that we stand. So the scripture said, but let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Be of good cheer. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Our defense is in the spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. For the Lord will bless the righteous with favor, with that compass them as a shield. And we know that a shield is used as a protection, as a defense. So with favor will the Lord compass us with a shield. So that's our hedge, that's our defense. So we have to have good courage in that. Be in high spirits and believe that Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is our true defense. This is Revelation 19:7. Let us be glad and rejoice and give honor to him. Give honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and honor to Yahushai. For the marriage of the Lamb is come, and the Lamb is no other than Yahushai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. The marriage is the joining of the nation of Israel to him and his wife, which that represents us. This ain't talking about a literal wife. His wife represents the nation of Israel. His wife, the elective nation of Israel as it stands right now, because the scripture is going to prove it. And his wife have made herself ready. 2/3 are not making themselves ready. So right there, that scripture is applying to the elect. You brothers out there that y'all preparing yourself, that y'all making yourself ready, all right, for the marriage of the Lamb, the salvation, being brought out of this negative state. And to her was granted that she should be arrayed in fine linen, clean and white, for fine linen is the righteousness of the saints. And he said unto me, right, blessed are they which are called unto the marriage supper of the Lamb. So it said, blessed are they. So we're called, and we hope that we're chosen of the marriage and supper of the Lamb. And he said unto me, these are the true sayings of the Most High. So this is all the truth that we speak. People take it for granted, the people of the world, because they don't got the spirit. But us brothers in the truth, we don't take these words for granted. So it said that we're blessed for being called to the marriage supper of the Lamb. And that all symbolic of the deliverance, of salvation, of being joined together with Yahushai, which means that we're joined together with the Father, Yahweh. This is 2 Corinthians 13:11. Finally, brethren, farewell. Be perfect. Be of good comfort. Be of one mind. Live in peace. And the power of love and peace shall be with you. Like I said in the beginning of the lesson, we're truly a peaceful people. But because of this negative setting that we're in, we get kind of irate sometimes, man. But our true spirit is peace. And Paul said, look, be of good comfort, be of one mind as concerning these scriptures. Live in peace. And the power of love and peace shall be with you. So we're going to look that word comfort up. All right. It says comfort, to cheer up, console, to comfort, to solace, to help, to strengthen much. From the Latin com, intensive prefix, com, which means with, fortis, strong, with strength. All right. So to comfort means to make strong, to cheer up. When you're in a good spirit, all right, you feel good, you feel strong, you feel ready to tackle whatever life has to offer you. But when you low in a depressed spirit, you just want to lay in the corner, man. What benefit is that to you, for the work of the Lord, and for brothers? Like if you going into war in the army, and the leader of the army is all fucked up in the spirit and frail and to the corner scared, guess what? The morale of the men is gonna be the same way. They're gonna say, well, if he's supposed to be our leader and he's like that, then something must be wrong. Like when you go into the history of the spies, the first ones that went, and they had Israel shook. But when Joshua and Caleb went, they put the people in good cheer. They strengthened the people. They comforted the people. I said, look, these people are ready to be taken. And that spread throughout the congregation, and they felt it. They said, yeah, you see, We ready for this battle. So it's all about the mindset. All right. So we here to comfort each other, to strengthen each other, to cheer each other up. This is Romans 15:4. For whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we, through patience, suffering, and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. So that shows you right there that the scriptures is the comforters, and Yahushua is embodied within the scriptures. So any man calling himself the comforter is a goddamn liar. It says through patience and comfort of the scriptures, and it says through comfort of a man, through comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And we know that Yahushua's spirit is embedded in his book. So he is a comforter. His words is a comforter. His spirit is the comforter, which is these words. And we read that the words that he speaks is spirit. So whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning. Like the account I just quoted about Joshua and Caleb, how they went and spied out and they made the people of good cheer, of good comfort, because they had a strong mind. And they brought that strength back to the people and said, these people are ready to be taken, because the Lord has delivered them unto us. So it says, for whatsoever things were written aforetime were written for our learning, that we through patience and comfort of the scriptures might have hope. And that's all we have. We live and stand by the hope that we have in this truth, which is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. This is 1 Corinthians 14:3. But he that prophesies speaketh unto men to edification, which the word edification or edifying means to build up. So we speak to men to build them up, to put them in a state of strength to stand before Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, and exhortation to uplift them spiritually, and comfort. So we speak to edification, exhortation, and comfort. So we're here to comfort each other, to strengthen each other, to build each other up. Because like the old saying, you're only as strong as your weakest link. So the weakest link has to be made strong so that we could stand strong. This is going to be the last scripture. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of an archangel, and with the trump of Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua. And the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore, comfort one another with these words. Going back to the word comfort, it says to cheer up, console, to comfort, to solace, to help, strengthen, to strengthen much. All right. So it says, wherefore comfort one another with these words, strengthen each other with these words. That's why we have to keep saying it and keep saying it, keep saying, to build up that faith and that hope in these words, to cheer each other up through the scriptures. So Lord willing, through the Spirit, this video help somebody, a brother, one, if possible. That's good enough for me. So through the Spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahshua, I hope this lesson was valuable. And Lord willing, I'm going to come back with another lesson. So I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you fellow brothers.